All right, welcome to another episode today. The Big Six are actually going to war this season, and we're here for every second of it. This is the War Pass, episode 6. Pass it, return it, debate it, repeat it. Let's go. All right, I'm going to jump straight right into it because we have two Arsenal fans in our midst today. And we'll start with what's going on with Arsenal. You guys are not dipping your toes into this transfer market and making like good signings. Like, yes, you guys bought the winger, but every champion needs to add more to your team. You can't just keep lagging because other people are also adding more. I will let Ken open the floor for us. What do you think?
What's going on with Arsenal is what I think every Premier League rival wants to know, right? Because we're the champions, and heading into this new seasons, a lot of pressure. It's on us. Not just pressure, a lot of eyes are also on us to see what are they gonna do. We've seen the likes of Liverpool win a title and then make all these statement signings before the season and then, flopped. So same thing with Arsenal, same pressure comes. But the difference between Arsenal and Liverpool is that we slowly built the team that we have today. So I don't think, looking at the Arsenal team, I don't think there's much to do on the signings. All we need to do now is cover up those places that we have been complaining for the past 2-3 seasons that we need people. So the left wing remains a priority, and a backup for Timber remains a priority. So the striking position we have Merino, we have Kai Havertz, we have Gyökeres, right? The number 8 position, we have Odegaard, we can have Eze there, we have Dorman. I don't know what the plan is with Waneri. He's still in the Arsenal's team. And we just were in conversation to buy Bruno Guimarães. So he can also play in Declan Rice's 6th position, as well as Zubimendi, right? And then we also have people like Miles Lewis Skelly, right? He's still there. He can play in that midfield as well. So looking at the whole team setup, I think we just need that statement signing on the left wing and maybe address the issue with the right back, and then we're good to go.
Gbemi, you want to add anything?
I don't really see any problems or issues with what we have going on. Since we started coming second, we have really becoming second. And if we somehow become second this season, I think we have tried. So other people spend half a billion to barely achieve anything. It's everybody's time with all the noise in the summer. They say summer is no for us. Serious business is done in February or April, I believe. But we're finally able to get it done. So I can finally speak like this, you understand? For me, our team is so stacked. We have never solved our internal problems. So when it comes to squad, when it comes to players, we have the players. I think one reason is Saliba arc. I'm not saying it's ever going to be a player of Saliba's, caliber. There was a time when we didn't know what was going to go on with Saliba. And like I said, Cream always rise to the top. Cannot be winning player of the season on loan from Arsenal and think Arsenal's not going to give you a start. We just have to just send you there. It's up to you to survive. It's always your luck if the system works for you. Luckily for Saliba, he had balanced loan, I would say. So just to let you know, we are stacked. We'll just say I would like a Sanchez type of signing. If I have to be, critical, if I want to nitpick, if I want to be aggressive with it, I'll say I like a Sanchez type of signing. Maverick, if you will, somebody that would just, even I would love if Vinny's all. We love you, we need you. We're there for you, and the world was telling you not to dance. We're there for you. Come home. And yes, no, me, I think we're straight. If you like, let's not buy anybody. That's what I'm trying to say. If you like, let's buy 2 more players. I think we're good. I think we're absolutely.
Napo, I like how they brought the Vini situation. They were about to break their wage structure for Vini. 400K a week. Allegedly, that's what the plan was. But
And more,
you know what?
And more.
So Vini turned it down and is going to stay in Real Madrid. Do you think the Vini situation made people realize how Arsenal claims to be a big boy team or a big boss, or turned out to just be a little? They're just so little that they can't pull a Vini. Napo.
And Napo, sorry, before you say anything, pull a Vinny is crazy. Pull a Vinny, like anybody can just go and bid for a Vinny shop.
Tell you this.
If you have the money,
I'll
you
tell
can.
you this. If Man City went for Vini would have come. Put it that way. But I was gonna say this, right? I hear both of you guys speak, and it says a lot. It says a lot about us. you guys want to be here. You guys don't want to be here.
Mm.
It says a lot. And don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that you guys don't want the best for your team, but the way you're talking about your transfers, like me, when I talk about Man City's transfers, say we need to do better. Want this, want that. This is what we need to go at. And if you know me for many years, when I talk about Man City's transfers, always go for the big names. I want the big names. I want the players. I want competition. I want the team to be stacked. Demi said something that, and you said, well, I think you said we are okay. We have the players. I don't want the players.
I said I want Vinny though.
No, I know you did. You said you want the you said we have the players. I don't just want the players. I want competition. I want the best. And if I keep referring to Man City's recruitment every single time. Not because I'm a Man City fan, not because I want to brag about Man City, but because our recruitment, if you look at Man City's recruitment, right, they recruit win. They recruit, if you don't work out, they don't have time to wait for you to work out. They don't have time to waste on you for you to work out. And I'm not disregarding anybody's perspective or anything like that. I'm just saying, I think Arsenal needs to do better. You are the current champion. People need to see that you want to come back, win again. Not saying go and spend 300 million, but I'm saying go and make a statement in the transfer window so people can see that you want to win. You might win the season, right? You might win. But the thing is, if you look at Man City's recruitment, right, every season we sign. And out of all the players that we sign, there's always one or two names people are buzzing about. People are wanting to see what that player is going to do. Cherky, one of the names that people were like, 30 million, yeah, but this, that. And he came and he started excelling. Even Mamouche, when Mamouche joined, a lot of things and a lot of talks about him. That's one of the things that I spoke about on my page when I compared Mamouche and Florian Wirtz. Just believe that there's more to be done from Arsenal, and I feel like right now they are falling back. Yes, you guys could have pulled Vinny, but you guys did it.
I'm sorry, why you feel like the thing is over? He hasn't signed the contract.
Yeah,
yet.
but he's not talking to you guys.
It doesn't mean
Can
anything.
I add to
Does it
this
mean
Okay.
anything?
conversation?
Okay, Ken,
Does it
give
mean
us
anything?
something.
So there's a big difference between speculations, rumors, and facts, right? Now, I'll give you facts. Arsenal did not bid for Vinny, right? David Ornstein, who is a very credible journalist, said we are exploring the option of signing Vinny if the opportunity comes out. That means we are monitoring Vinny's situation, right? We need a marquee signing on that left wing, yes, right? Vinny arguably is, if not top 5, one of the best left wingers in world football today,
Absolutely.
right? So 3 things that I'm going to tell you, right? We cannot be saying here when we're already here. And I'll tell you why. This is the same club that have pulled a Sanchez from Barcelona, right? This is the same club that have pulled an Ozil from Real Madrid,
It happened.
right?
It happened.
So
Yes.
it's not about can we attract a big name. The answer
Do
is
it
yes, we
Come
can.
on, money
Right?
never good that time.
Now, the problem is, Arteta is, if you look at what Arteta is doing in Arsenal, he's trying to bring in the best players that he can get, right? But at the same time, maintain the balance of the team, right? Look at what happened in Real Madrid last season. They pulled Mbappe. And what were people talking about throughout the course of the whole season? That there's imbalance in the
Right.
team. This one wants to be the heir of Madrid. Vinicius wants to be the heir. We don't want that. As an Arsenal fan, I don't want that, right? I feel like there are 3 things that are going to come out from this transfer. 1, Arsenal is telling the whole world that yes, we have won the Premier League, but now we want to go beyond the Premier League. We want to aim for the Champions League, right? And we need that player that will take us over the line. We have tasted Champions League finals. We have gone unbeaten. So we need 1 or 2 touches to be up there, right? Is Vinny the right person? Me as a fan, I'll tell you yes. I want a player like Vinny. But I have to also be realistic. Don't get it wrong. Vinny has not said no to Arsenal. He has also not said yes to Madrid, right? There is no credible news that has said Vinny has said no to Arsenal because Arsenal has not made an inquiry. They said, in fact, I will tell you this, right? As of today, Arsenal has made an inquiry to Vinicius Junior's camp. They found out what the financial involvement is going to be to land him to Arsenal. And according to that report, Arsenal has approved all the financial obligations that are necessary to bring him to Arsenal. So the problem is not, can we meet his demands? Yes, we can meet his demand. The question is, he needs to say, hey, Madrid, if you guys don't want to give me my rights, my media rights, you don't want to give me the contract wages I'm demanding for, I'm out. He needs to get to that level with Madrid. Then Madrid will be like, okay, since you're out, we don't want to lose you for free next season. Let's sell you. Then Arsenal comes into play. Until that happens, it's all speculations. So me, I'm sitting back as an Arsenal fan saying, let's wait and see. But if we lose out on him and he says, okay, he ends up signing, that's fine. Right?
I'm gonna take one player, one name.
Mhm.
And the reason why I bring this one name is because I just want people to understand why I say what I say. Erling Haaland. How many teams wanted Haaland when he was available in the market? We all know. Everybody who made a bid. Everybody was waiting. What happened to Man City? If you look at Man City when they want to sign a player, if they want, not need you, if they want you, they go for you. They don't do, let me see, or let me monitor, or let me think. If Man City wants you, they go for you.
In that statement is arguable. You know why? Most players that Man City go for, go and check the facts properly. They are not in any bidding war with anybody. They go for, they identify their target.
Was Haaland in a bidding war?
Haaland was not, as Haaland was never in a bidding war with Dortmund. Was never in a bidding war with anybody.
But the thing,
Dortmund wanted the bidding war.
The thing with Haaland was available. Keep in mind, Man City was not even a front runner for Haaland. Manchester.
No. That is not true. They were in conversation for him.
They
right?
were, but they were
you know what
not.
Happened?
The team
okay, so
that
let
was
me
the front
tell you what
runner
happened.
was Manchester United. But Manchester United was taking their time. And what did Man City do? Man City sat and said, you know what? You want to take your time and do whatever? We're not doing that. They went and they bidded. And did Man U bid? No. Everybody was taking their time and thinking about it.
Can I tell you this? If you're a Man City fan, if you're a Man City club, and I'm a Man United club, right? Let's say I want Temi to play for me, right? And I know that Temi is an elite striker, right? Temi is an elite striker, and he's coming in to start to lead the front line. And I have a striker. I'm a man. Don't forget, I'm Man U. I have a striker. I have other internal problems that I need to sort out, right? That requires contracts, right? Image rights, all these underground things that we as fans don't really know about that goes into player contracts and signing, agent fee and all that, right? And then you have a Man City who has an open spot easily available for this guy to slot in and keep the guy going. Don't forget, you're coming into a club that is managed by one of the best coaches in the world. That's already an attraction of his own, right? You're coming into a club that has already won Premier League without you. They've won it, right? Under the same manager. So they already have a core system that is working for them, right? If I'm Haaland, I will look at those prospects and the projection of where that club is heading to and make my decision, which I feel most players do. Let me take you back to Declan Rice, because why I'm saying is that you said if Man City wants a player, they go get it. That's not always the case, right? Man City wanted Declan Rice as much as Arsenal wanted, right? Did they bid? No, right? Arsenal wanted this guy that ended up in Chelsea. What's his name?
Rogers.
The Ukraine guy. Mukalo Modric. We were exploring the opportunity to buy him, right? But we never bidded. Who wanted him? Chelsea. They went in, bid. Boom, right? You can only come out and say a club wants a player when they make an offer and it's rejected. I'll give you an example. Newcastle and Liverpool going for Ekitike. You saw what happened, right? Newcastle bidded, Liverpool bidded, and then the rest is history, right? But if you're just scoping a player, what it tells me as a fan is you're trying to see if that project fits into your project, right? There are some decisions that are going on in the club that is still unresolved, right? It happened between Arsenal, Gyökeres, and what's his name? The guy that ended up in Manchester United. Sesko. For months, Arsenal fans were folding their hands, expecting who are we going at the end of the day. We didn't bid. And then when we now made up our mind to say, okay, we're going for Gyökeres, we went straight to Gyökeres.
Just so you know.
So wait, wait, Dabo.
Go ahead.
So basically, I just tried to say that this Vini transfer is a smokescreen.
I'm not saying it's a smokescreen because it's a credible source coming from David Ornstein, right? That we're exploring it. And I believe we are actually exploring it, right?
No. I get. You guys are exploring it, but what I'm trying to say is that the way you're saying is that you guys know your target already, and you know you guys who you're going to jump in for. Then anyone that is a speculation or you guys are exploring is more of like a small screen. Like if the player don't come,
You'll
the
be
player
fine.
don't come. If they come, they come. It'll be fine. So I mean, you already have like maybe a backup target that's not the main one or the smoke screen one or something like that. Because let's be honest, Vinny changes your team.
Absolutely.
You also have to think about it, right? After I've gotten to that level where you're not buying young players to build anybody and to build up your team anymore. You need players that just their name alone is putting fear into the heart of anyone that's coming to play you guys. It's like saying, oh, if Vinny should come into your team, you know that if he's playing anything, 2 people are marking him. And that opens up places for other places, like maybe Saka or something. Because normally you guys always have 2 players
Or
marking
even
Saka.
Gyökeres too.
So now, or even Gyökeres. So now with Vinny being on the pitch, the psyche of all the other players are like, oh man, Vinny can do magic. I saw what he did in the last World Cup. I saw what he usually does in Madrid. Now double him up. You can't double him up and double Saka. It opens up the position for like Eze or for Havertz or like Gyökeres. Like you guys get, right? So I don't know what Arsenal is thinking right now. Let's just say they decide that we're going to go for one of these nice young upcoming, like the one that they just got on your right winger. What's his name? The new one that you guys just signed. You remember his name?
Christian Zolis?
Zolis.
Yeah.
Like he's coming to Prem. There's no one that is going to double up on him. Like there's no one that's like, oh, I'm scared of this guy. Unless he starts doing magic in the first 5 games, that people are like, okay, this guy is scary.
Yeah.
You get what I mean, right? And that's just my thought. And I also think that if you need a player drastically, just sign him. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. Because now you can't be thinking as in like a second table team anymore. You are a champion.
Do you know?
Yeah, but it's one thing to want to sign a player. It's another thing for the player to want to leave that club.
I was going to.
If he's not available on the market, you can't sign it.
But then, Napo, I have to ask the question for them. So don't you think sometimes it all comes down to the pool of your club?
Yeah.
No, not really.
It does because, and that's what I was trying to say, right? If you look at Declan Rice, I'm going back to Declan Rice. Man City actually made a bid of 90 million for him. And then you guys upped the bid. And then obviously he wanted to go to Arsenal because that's his dream club. And I believe, right? I think that was one of his main thing. He loved the club better.
Dream club care. Chelsea
better
boy.
than he. No, but he did. He loved.
He just wanted to stay in London. He wanted to stay in London.
That's beside the point. Now you see that Man City, it's not that Man City didn't bid. They made a bid. Chelsea made another bid. They upped the bid and they ended up winning, right? And all I'm trying to say is, look at Man City, right? Why do people hate Man City? If I'm to ask that question, it all comes down to this. Our first team, second team, and possibly our third team can compete.
I agree with you. They can compete.
That's what you want to say. Hey, I'm not gonna blame you, but
just say Napo. You say allegedly
until proven guilty.
Until proven guilty.
But tell me, you can't pull a player from Madrid that easily. You do know that, right? Nobody walks into Madrid. No club, including Man City, can walk confidently into Madrid and pull a first team.
And I'll tell you, Napo. I'll jump to there so we can talk for a bit. So I look at it this way, right? You guys had your bid for Rodgers, right? Chelsea had their own bid for Rodgers. You know, Rodgers could have easily told Aston Villa that, I'm sorry, I want to go to Arsenal only.
He did say that before the World Cup.
Let me finish. He said it before the World Cup. But what changed his mind? You can't just tell me. See,
no, I'll tell you what changed his mind.
Wait, let me finish. Let me finish. May I land?
Go on.
You can't tell me it's just because of the money Chelsea kept. Because you easily can say, you can easily say like, oh, Chelsea kept.
I think it's very obvious. It's the playtime. I think it's very obvious.
No, it's not the playtime. It's the play style.
No.
So he had a conversation with Arteta.
Play style or not,
right?
In Arsenal, Rodgers is not gonna start over not Saka, Odegaard and Eze. He can't.
No. See what happened. Let me tell you exactly what happened, right? He had a conversation with Arteta, according to the reports, right? And he asked Arteta, I don't want to play in the wing. I'm a more of a traditional 10. I want to play more central. And Arteta did not give him an assurance that he's going to play central. He told him, you will also play the wing and you also play central, right? Chelsea agreed that he will be the center. He will play the central, right? That is his dream position. And that is one of the issues that he was complaining in Aston Villa. I want to play more central. So it wasn't about the money. It was about personal terms being agreed. Bruno Guimarães accepted personal terms for Arsenal. All it takes now is for Newcastle to accept our bid, and then the deal is
But
done. Right?
all those things don't matter when it comes to football. And I only say that because there are coaches, whether you accept personal terms, you want to play central or not, there are coaches, they don't care about that thing. When they need to change the tactic, you will change the tactic, right?
But you're coming into a club. You wanna be able to trust the manager that is signing you.
But
right? If you don't trust your manager, how are you going to sign for that kind of player?
But you have to also understand, inside, you know this, Ken. You've played Football Manager. Inside game, it's different. There are times when you run a tactic and it doesn't work. You have to adapt mid-game. You have to make changes. And guess what? If that changes mean you have to go to the left, you will go to that left. If it means you have to go to the right,
No, I agree
you
with
will
what
go
you're
to
saying.
the right.
I agree with what you're saying. So what you're saying is, I'll put it into this perspective right now so that you know that I agree with what you're saying. If I want to sign you right now and you tell me, hey, Ken, I would love to come to Arsenal, but my preferred position is strike. And I'm like, no problem, Napo, anything you want. You're happy. We're happy, right? I give you the contract, you sign. Right? Now we come into the season and we're starting the game. And mid-game, we're struggling. We've played first game, struggled, second game, struggled. The fans are on our backs. And then in the third game, we're struggling in that game. I'm like, hey, let's switch up. In my head, right? My original position for you when I was even going for you in the first week was on the left wing. I'm going to put you there in that game, right? For not just because I want to. I'm putting you there because that's my original thought about you. And I also want the fans to see you there, right?
And if it works.
And if it works, then I can come to you and say, bro, play there again. I'm trying to test something. Play there again. You will play there. Right? Because it's working. Right? But if I come to you and you tell me, hey, Kenny, I want to sign for you, but I would prefer to strike. And I'll be like, I don't think that is what we should be worried about now. Right? I have a different project for you, which is on the wing, but I can use you on the 10 when there's a chance. And you as a new incoming player, you see Eze is in the lineup. Merino is there. Kai Havertz is there. Odegaard is there.
Let me ask you a question.
You double think
Let
your
me
choices.
ask you guys a question.
Okay.
Do you think if you walk up to Pep Guardiola and you said that, do you think Pep Guardiola will listen to you, knowing that Matheus Nunes playing 10 for Wolves is now playing right back? Would you ask someone like Pep that kind of question? I want to play in the central.
So we know from history that a lot of players have declined playing for Pep. You don't know the reason why. They could have had that conversation or similar conversation with him, and he says no, and they walk away.
But you also have to understand, it could be that, or it could be simple. It could be simply this: you're not worth being on the pitch, Pep. And I say this because if you listen to every player that has played under Pep, when they talk about his training, it's rigorous. When they talk about his persistence, one main guy, Thierry Henry, when he went to Barcelona, right, he said he was drifting in. This interview, I've listened to this interview so many times. He said he kept drifting in, he kept drifting in. Pep told him, guy, you either stay far wide in that, or you stay on the bench. He didn't argue with Thierry Henry or not. He said, you choose what you want to do. You either stay far wide where I want you to be, or you go on the bench. And guess what happened? The moment Thierry Henry stayed far wide, then he started seeing the vision of what Pep was saying, because he was always open and the ball will always come to him. And when it comes to him, he will have the chances and he will make the plays.
But do you know the difference? Do you know the difference between that and Morgan Rogers? The player listen.
But that's what I'm saying. Not everybody is cut out to play for certain managers. Some players, they don't have that patience of, you know what, want to learn from this man. I see the vision. I see how intense he is in his mind. I want to take that knowledge and put it onto my skills and and grow.
So Napo, are you basically saying that whatever he heard from both Alonso and Arteta, he felt like Alonso was the person that he was pulled to the most?
That changed
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
Because you have to think about it, you have to sell, the coaches have
Yeah.
to sell what they want to do in their
Yeah.
team to you. And you
Mhm.
yourself as a player would decide that, okay, you know
Where
what,
you want to
Mhm.
go? Yeah.
I like this guy's tactics and where his mind is. That's where I want to go. So that means basically we just felt like Arteta sold it short for him to make that decision. Like, you know what, I'm going for choice.
Same concept. Same concept falls under your club and Man U when you guys went for Mikel Obi. Remember the saga?
Oh yes.
Yeah. So it's the same concept.
Now, I like the Mikel Obi stuff, right? You know, Mikel Obi was brought into Chelsea. He came into Chelsea with the mindset that he was going to play an
Be a number 10.
attacking number 10. And Mourinho said, no, you're playing DM.
Yeah.
And if I tell you, if you look at some of the top DM that Chelsea have ever had, Mikel will always be
that's
there.
standard.
Yep.
That's standard.
Look at that finals against
But guess what?
Munich.
That's what I was telling Napo, right? You sell that to you and say, no problem, come and play. Ferguson did not tell Mikel, you are going to play 10, right? He told him outrightly, you're going to play where I want you to play. Mourinho said, you are going to play the 10 for me, no problem, right? And then he went there, and then guess what? Try this position and let's see. Try this position and let's see. Try this position and let's see. And before you know it, that's your permanent
But also,
position.
that's normal. As a coach,
That's normal in
not
football,
that's
as a coach. That's why I like the word you said, coach.
Yeah.
You are meant to coach you into the right division that they are seeing this player can get.
What happened to Messi? Same thing. You know I think it's the inside forward. Messi basically reinvented that position because when Messi came in, I think Pep was playing him as a false nine. And then Pep was like, man, let me see how you play on the wing as an inside forward. And then you know what? Let me let you run. Do whatever you want. Before you notice it, Messi has become a sensational player. So sometimes it's not just that, okay, the player wants this and you give it to them.
It's one thing for the coach. It's another thing for the player to be able to be willing to listen.
Yeah, let's be
right?
honest.
Take example, Sancho.
If you don't want to listen, Sancho, not only Sancho, there's another player that you all know, Dele Alli.
Oh my God.
You know,
You
have the famous interview about Mourinho and Dele Alli. So there's so many players that if you listen to what your coach is telling you, you will turn out well, right? But if you think
you're bigger
best,
and better,
I mean, you're bigger and look at Jack Grealish in Man City, right? He kept on defining what Pep wanted to play, and then what next? He went to the bench, and from bench he went out on loan.
And from loan,
and now you guys are thinking of getting rid
let me
of
say
him,
what we're
right?
going to. It's not what thinking. Baby, you what is your thought?
I have a question for Bemi. I have a question for Bemi. So you guys are going for Bruno. What is delaying you guys? Why can't you drop the money? You know you need it. As now I've always have this mindset of I will always be putting penny to get players. But you're no longer a small.
That's the old Arsenal.
But
it's still this Arsenal,
No.
bro.
It's still this Arsenal, my brother.
Arsenal.
No.
I'll tell you the reason why. If you not, how much, if you guys tell these guys that, you know what, I really want this guy and put 100 million for Bruno, don't release it.
I'm telling you, that is the old Arsenal. You know why I'm telling you that's the old Arsenal?
I won't go into answer the question.
This new Arsenal got Declan Rice. This new Arsenal got Kai Havertz. This new Arsenal got what's the name of your winger that I hate so much? I don't know why we up to today, Madueke. And you all were there when we dropped those money. It wasn't a bid that was rejected. It was a bam and accept. What Newcastle is doing is they are trying to balance their books, and because of that, they are skyrocketing the price, the value of Bruno Guimarães. He's not worth 120 million. Let's be honest. Are you going to buy Bruno Guimarães for 120 million?
Maybe talk to us, please. I need to hear what you're thinking. Please talk to us. I think he was like 24 when you guys bought him. Somewhere about.
Mm-hmm.
Mm, mm, mm.
And let's not forget we bought Pepe for 80 million. Like like what he said, price per age, right? There's a reason why Man City signed Elliot Anderson for how much they signed him. Look at his age.
You know, I keep. There's a reason why I keep going back to Man City's recruitment. Do you know how much money Man City has spent in the last 3 seasons? No, guy, hold on. I'm sorry. It's not about just oil money. A lot of people don't understand Man City's recruitment style. I personally feel like Man City's recruitment style is we are going to force our way to be among the best by every means necessary. Not be summer window, we spent money. January window, we spent money. This same summer we just start. We just dropped 100 racks on a DM. And guess what? We are going to buy more. But what I'm trying to say is this. It's the fact that Man City wants to make sure that they have what it takes. They have the players. If one doesn't work, if we buy 3, one must work.
That is the law of statistics.
And see, that's why.
Zubimendi is there. Mm-hmm.
So let me add, let me add, you mentioned Eze. You mentioned Eze. Who were you guys bidding with for Eze?
Tottenham.
Is that a team you compete with? No, but no, hold on.
Boss, baby, let me answer him.
Hold on.
Just this one.
Let me say this.
Let me answer him just this one. Go on.
If you are a player, right,
Mm-hmm.
that wants to
Mm-hmm.
elevate their status, will you go to Tottenham or will you go to Arsenal?
Bam.
Boss, baby, just give me 1 second. No, boss baby, you're playing into his hands. Let me deal with this answer. To reply what you're saying, Napo. Who was Arsenal going head to head with against Zubimendi?
Don't remember. Who? Remind me.
Good. Should I refresh your memory? It was the Premier League champions.
Who?
Liverpool.
Who? Okay.
Liverpool. So now I'm asking you now, if you was Zubimendi, who would you have picked?
Between who and who? Liverpool and...
Between Arsenal and
I
Liverpool.
will go to Arsenal. Do you want to know why?
Knowing that Liverpool just won the league?
Because I have playing chance there.
He had a playing chance in Liverpool.
No,
he had a position in Liverpool.
What do you mean? Liverpool, their midfield was stacked. What are you talking about?
No, their midfield, they were not stacked. They were seriously bidding for him. He was going to start for them. You know what changed his mind? It wasn't about starting in Arsenal. You know what changed his mind? The same thing I told Temi about. Coach conversations. He admitted that the reason he chose Arsenal is because Arteta flew to Real Sociedad and told him, "Come on, I need you. Play for me." That was what changed it. That was what changed the transfer.
What did Liverpool have in their midfield?
They had only Gravenberch for that position.
For DM position?
Yeah. Gravenberch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who did Arsenal have?
Mm-hmm. No, Arsenal had Partey. Partey was leaving that season.
Bam.
He was
No.
leaving. He
No,
was
no,
leaving.
No, you don't get. He saw that there was better opportunity for him to start
Exactly.
in Arsenal than in.
Ken,
What I'm saying is that he chose Liverpool. Arsenal got into that conversation and Arteta flew to him to say, play for me.
No.
The point I'm making is we went head to head with
Right.
Liverpool, right? Liverpool were the current
Right.
champions. The difference between him playing for Liverpool and playing for Arsenal was the coach's conversation with
Yes,
him.
the coach conversation with him does makes a difference, right? It will always make a difference because you see that the coach wants you on their team. You see that they
How much
they
he
value
values
you.
you.
But also, you also have to look at it in certain standpoints. Despite the coach valuing you, you look at that team. You have Thomas Partey that is leaving. And then you have Gravenberch. Yes, even though you want to go to Liverpool, there's also that window where you look at it and you try to look at the balance. Guy, there's chance in Arsenal. Yes, the coach wants me, but still there's chance in Arsenal. There's a high chance that if I go to Arsenal, I would have better playing time than going to Liverpool where they already have a starter CM. So at the end of the day,
Do you think that applies to all, or do you think that applies all the time? Your playing time?
not really, because
Or it's
not
just on this subject?
at the not on the subject, but I feel like at this moment when we're talking about it, that's just me thinking in the aspect of a player, right? Because I'm thinking, okay, if I want to go to a team, it depends also on the player. Some players, they want that competition, right? They want to go to a team where they want to compete with another player that plays in that position because they know that that player will either push them to be better or they will push that player to be better. And some people don't care about that competition. I want to start. And I've earned my badges.
My time.
So
Yeah.
I don't want to go and compete. I want to go and start.
Yeah.
So in as much as even though we're talking here, there's also so many variables that we're not really looking at too. So all those things are like little pocket things that we have to think about.
Yeah, but don't talk bad about Tottenham, even though I don't like them.
Tottenham
Eze's case is different. Eze's case was different because Arteta wanted Eze, right? We all saw that Arteta wanted Eze, but then for weeks he died off because we were pursuing Gyökeres. So for weeks, no one said anything about Eze. And then from nowhere, Tottenham went to bid for him. He accepted Tottenham's bid. Not Crystal Palace accepted his bid, and then he accepted terms and conditions with Tottenham. He was going to sign for Tottenham. And then Arteta was like, what? And then called him and said, no, I think he called Arteta and said, you wanted me weeks ago. As your plans changed, you still need me? And he said, yes, I need you. He stopped all communications with Tottenham.
And guess what? So sorry, Timmy, you're gonna go
So
ahead.
it has nothing to, what I'm trying to say is it has nothing to do with the club statue.
Ken,
He just is, he's a fan. He's a fan.
Who took Eze's place in Tottenham? And what happened to that player? Bam. I just need to know the name. That's all I need to know. The name. Xavi Simons. That's it. If any person that watches football, go and look at Xavi Simons stats in Tottenham and come and talk to me. I'll leave it at that.
But who did, but Napo, just to throw this into that conversation, because you were comparing powerhouses between Arsenal and Tottenham. Who did Tottenham take Xavi Simons from?
No, Leipzig.
Who was bidding for Xavi Simons before he ended up in Tottenham? It was you and I one night that sat down there overnight. We saw he was signing.
I don't remember. Who was
Chelsea?
Chelsea.
But
he was Chelsea.
But
he did his medical in Chelsea.
See, bro, I'm telling you, this low-key guy.
But Chelsea did not pull the trigger.
See, and
what are you saying?
No,
what are you saying? He completed his medical for you guys.
Yeah, I think
he was in London.
Chelsea ended up not saying no. Chelsea ended up saying no.
Oh, for real?
No.
Because Chelsea wanted him, but there was no
this is what happened. Because Napo, if you remember, you and I were playing Football Manager that night.
I think so, yeah.
And then that news just dropped.
It was midnight.
What happened was he flew into London to do his medical. Terms were already accepted with Chelsea.
I remember.
When he flew in that night, Tottenham hijacked him.
That's exactly what happened.
And then did his medical that same night.
And
the news was confirmed that same night.
Fabrizio, I think it was like at 1
What do you think convinced
1 a.m.
Fabrizio dropped that news.
So what do you think made him change his mind? What do you think made change his mind? I think there are two things that made him change his mind in that contract. One, money. Chelsea probably if you probably check the amount, because Chelsea was at that time giving nothing max than 150 with incentive. You have to perform to get more than that. And 2, you figure like, oh, there's no way I'm going to depose Cole Palmer. That's what he's probably thinking. He was flying. He's like, you know what? If I'm flying, it's like me going to a place or an exam, and I was like, if there's another option for this exam, man, I'll take it. But I have no choice. Let's just go for this exam first. Now you are going. Then another choice now came in, and it's now sweeter. And I don't have to show myself, brother. I'll jump ship immediately. You get what I mean?
I like as Chelsea fans say these things to make themselves feel good. The truth is, if it's a Madrid, Napo knows that if it's a Madrid that comes knocking at the door and offers you 80,000, no matter how much Chelsea is trying to offer,
they will bounce you.
You know what? Before we go to the next topic, I will say the Madrid stuff. Madrid will pull anybody's player. Full stop.
True.
Yeah.
They have the heritage.
Mm-hmm.
They have the heritage. They will pull your player. Because every player in the world will tell you, oh, I've had the dream of playing for Madrid once.
Yeah.
Let's be honest, Madrid they've set their level, they're above all the other teams. You know how we have like F-tier teams? Madrid is the only one.
But do you know what? I'll tell you this. My words, it's dying. Do you want to know why I say it's dying?
No, it's obvious now.
No. It's legacy. Legacy don't die.
Ken, hear me out. Do you want to know why I say it's dying? Because Madrid, look at Madrid's transfer window, the last 3 transfer windows. They put money anymore. They don't put money like that anymore.
Yeah.
How much they buy? How much they buy Cucurella?
Explain.
Mbappe wasn't it free?
I'll explain the Madrid situation.
No. They paid money for Mbappe.
I'll explain the Madrid situation with Madrid.
They gave PSG
Madrid.
Go check it. Compensation package. Yeah, but it's still money. You can't discard it. 50 million is not 50 million is the same amount we spent on the Madueke. It's still money. They have the money. Because if you tally how much they're spending this season, you know that those guys ain't joking. They have the money.
So I'm changing the topic to something else. I think this will probably be the last topic before we end for tonight. The Madrid situation is, let's just break it down and say the facts, is that La Liga had the restructuring when Barca had that situation where they were crumbling. And they figured out that if they let teams keep spending, their league will be below what it is right now. And that inside remember when they had that whole meeting that Barca couldn't sign players and stuff like that. Actually, what Real Madrid figured out is like, you know what, we can't be doing this thing anymore and buying top players like that. So now what we have to do now is try and see if we can wait for players for their contract to finish and poach them. Basically, that's the model they are going through now. So now let's go to Chelsea. As you can see, I've switched my light from Canadian color, red to blue. I'm repping my team, Blues for life. All right. So Chelsea has spent so much money without anything to show for it. Now they're spending again. Do you think they've made the right decision so far? Mind you, in the last 4 years, when they had this new manager, they all went out for young players. Like, we're looking for the young cream de creme on the top. You get what I mean? That's what they're going for, like the young talent from Brazil, from Italy, from Belgium, so that when they come in, they'll actually perform. I don't blame them, because you have to think about it, the American owners. And if you think about the way American sports are looked here in North America, the youngest talent are always the top of the talents they always go for. Look at drafts. When they're drafting people straight from high school. They're not drafting people that have been playing. Let's just say people that have been playing in like the Euro Basketball League or something for a bit to come and play. It's people from high school they are drafting because that's the talent they want. Prospect. It's always prospect they're always looking for. And I think that was what the American owners like, you know what? Maybe soccer have not been doing this for a bit. They always go for players that are established. Let's go for prospect and see if we to change our team. But forgetting that football is a totally different game. You need experience. You need youth. You need a good coach. You need a manager, not just a coach, not a head coach. You need a manager this time. So what I want to ask the question now is, Chelsea has bought Anderson and Welbeck. Do you think this season is when Chelsea will actually show who they are and perform? Okay, I'll start with you. What do you think overall about Chelsea's transfer window?
That was quick.
So, what's your problem with Welbeck? But Chelsea already has João Pedro. Okay, you can't have two. Look at it this way, right? So now let me ask you the question: how many goals did Welbeck have last season? Non-penalty goals. It matters though. Okay. So that's the thing, So look at it this way. So
Can I add something to what Bemi just said? Hold on, Bemi, this thing you said there, I'm just gonna be one very short sentence. You guys should have gone for Casemiro too. No, you don't think so?
Now for you, a wicked
I'm
person.
being honest.
so
It was free.
so I get
He was
I
free.
get the difference. Like I get where you're coming from. But Napo, you also have to think about usually. See. He's not starting. He's not starting first of all, right?
I think what it is that Chelsea wanted to do something that Arsenal was trying to do last season, which is you see
was?
how we bought this guy for Norgard,
Norgard, yeah, the
right?
Brentford appeal,
So
right?
yeah, Henderson and Welbeck, right? I understand the concept behind them. They are signing. You guys have a lot of young players. You need David Silva, Thiago Silva, kind of in the dressing room, and that's where Henderson comes in, right? You also, no matter how good Pedro is good, Joao Pedro is good. No matter how good he is, he still needs the experience, and that's where Welbeck comes in, right? I'm not totally against. I'm not gonna speak as a fan. If I'm a fan. If I'm speaking from a fan perspective, I'll sound like Bemi and I'll sit down and I'll be laughing at you guys, which I would do, right? But if I'm being realistic, I don't think it's a signing that the likes of Arsenal and Man City and Liverpool are gonna just say, "Oh, you guys are wasting money," right? You know where those signings will come. You know where those signings will come in handy. You know where those signings will come in handy when you have a game. Let's say you have Leeds and your next game is Arsenal. You can afford to rest Caicedo and rest Pedro and bring in Henderson. You're not going to lose value that much, right? So there are some key moments you can pull off if you're trying to protect a lead and see off a game. You can pull off those young ones and bring in these ones, and with their experience, they will close the game out, right? So are they where the problem comes is if you tell me right now that these are your backup to your first team, then I will join Bemi and be laughing at you.
But let's be honest. You guys should look at, if you check the list now, if you guys have your phone now, check the list of strikers Chelsea have. We have the guy we got from Kazakhstan, Deston or whatever his name is.
How old is he?
The one that scored in our preseason. He's 17. We have Joao Pedro. We have Emega. We have Delap. Now we have Welbeck. That is this thing. That's almost five strikers.
But only one will start.
Hold on. Let me just say something. It's 4 strikers. That 17-year-old, that guy will not play for you guys. That's for sure. But there's a possibility. Who knows? Maybe Alonso might see something different in him and say, you know what, I want him to stay. Who knows? We don't know yet still. Maybe when the season starts and they've let people go that will go on loan and whatever. What I'm trying to say is that Welbeck scored 13 goals last season. This is stats. This is not like emotions or anything. He scored 13 goals last season. 13 league non-penalty goals. Let's just put that. Because if you compare his goals to some people in top teams, he's probably going to be higher because he didn't score any penalty. Right. Most people probably did score penalties in the other say. 13 non-penalty goals. And he really started for Brighton. All those goals, he came off the bench. Do you know what I mean? Well, could look like a player to some people like, oh, he's not a threat. It's just, was this 35-year-old man? And people always keep forgetting that football is not like in the past anymore. Even if you are 30-something, you still don't have legs. Because you have to think about it. Back then, players played with their soul, their body. Like there's no medicine the way it is right now that can make you last longer on the field. So that is why Chelsea gave them 2-year contract. You play one season, you give your experience. It might be something in the training that, okay, Joao Pedro might pick up, or like, you know how we have those midfielder that Chelsea will be taking red card. In matches, they're not meant to be taking red card. FC can come into this and say, CEO, what is your job? Your job is to clean up. Stop getting this red card. You know what I mean? The experience. Because you guys were complaining. The whole world was complaining that Chelsea were buying young players.
I'm a bit worried about your mindset. You sound like you're really serious about having them as your direct backup.
Hold on. Sorry, let me...
Hold on. You never heard me say backup.
Let me just...
No, I'm saying that's what you're sounding like. Are they your real backups?
I'm going to throw this out for you guys, right? How old is Welbeck?
34, 35?
How old is Henderson?
In that age group. In that
same age.
Did you watch the World Cup what happened to Henderson.
The one that he broke his
Bam.
hand.
This was just a little jump over the board and he broke his hand. I'm not trying to prove a point with that. But what I'm trying to say is this. Both of them, 35. Right? It's easy for them to have
in Premier League.
It's easy for them to have an injury, and that injury takes longer for them to come back,
to recover,
and get back to the same peak. Yes, the experience is there. Yes, the mindset is there. They can help mentor the young ones. But left to me, I will buy a player like Bruno Guimarães, who's 29 years old. I know that I can still have peak soccer or peak football from him for the next maybe 3 or 4 years.
And still compete.
So thank you.
And the reason why I say that is because I think that range for you guys with where Man City is at, Man City just bought a 23-year-old young DM. I don't like him. I'll put it that way. I don't like him.
He played good. He played good for Morocco.
You know, we're also trying to sign this guy, Manny, from Lille, the young guy. I think he's like 19 years old.
That's the guy I just said.
But yeah, the Morocco guy.
The Morocco guy, yeah.
But I'm talking about Elliot Anderson. Like I don't like Anderson.
Yeah.
Don't like him. Calvin Phillips. And guess what happened to Calvin Phillips? Do you know that man is still under Man City and they're still trying to loan him? That guy is still collecting check from Man City and they're about to loan him out again this season. I don't like Elliot Anderson. I'm serious. I don't care if he's British or whatever. People can hate me for all I care. I don't see him being a good DM for Man City.
A Rodri
I don't see that. But I'll tell you this. For Chelsea to compete with Arsenal, with Liverpool, with Man City, bro, y'all gonna need more than a 35-year-old Henderson and Welbeck.
But that's the this is a statement that pisses me off at most times with this argument, right? Yes, Chelsea can go for Bruno, but Bruno is not staying on the bench. We know that for a fact. Who will he bench in the Chelsea? Is it Caicedo? Is it Enzo Fernandez? You guys also have to think about it, right? Henderson coming to Chelsea is not starting. This banter that everyone's bantering like, oh, are we beginning as a backup? We already have our backup. We have Enzo Fernandez. We have Caicedo. We have Lavia. We have Escago, whatever his name is. Esego. We have Esego. We have, the midfield is choked.
So why buy him if he's choked?
The experience. We just need people that will ground these young players.
Don't you think these two guys that you called, that are your starters, what's his name again? The Colombian. Don't you think Enzo Fernandez and Caicedo are mature enough to have enough experience under their belt?
As a Chelsea fan, I'll tell you they are not.
How old are they?
You can't keep, how old are they? 23, 24?
No.
Caicedo is the captain of Colombia. Is it? What's his name?
Is it Ecuador, right?
Ecuador.
Yeah.
And you're saying no, they're not? He's a captain.
Fernandez,
of a country.
Enzo Fernandez started for Argentina from start to finish.
Who is the third assistant captain for Argentina?
Enzo Fernandez. So
my point is,
Caicedo is...
You said something about 35.
He's 24.
But he comes with massive experience. It's not just age. You can't take it away from him.
Enzo Fernandez is 25. Now,
again, another massive experience.
So now, that experience that you guys are talking about, right? Compared to Anderson, that was the captain of a Liverpool team that have won lots of trophy. Who has more experience?
But
you will say it's the Enzo. Let me finish. You say the Enzo Fernandez. Sorry,
Anderson.
What do you call his name? Anderson is the one that has this thing. Secondly, you say Caicedo and this is a captain. Like Caicedo is captain of his team. Last season, how many times have you seen Caicedo lose his cool and get red card, yellow card?
Listen,
how many times
I will tell you
field?
this. Despite those guys taking red cards or yellow card, it doesn't mean they're not your backroom leaders. Let's get that for a fact.
So, this is the problem with everyone. Everyone complains that Chelsea don't have leaders in their squad, right? That's what everyone has been complaining. Chelsea is just farming young stars. Like Chelsea is just farming young stars. Basically, I feel like, this is how I feel. I feel like everyone has this hate mentality with Chelsea that they just don't want to agree with one thing about what Chelsea is doing. In fact, It sells. Still on Chelsea sells good. Throughout last season and the season before and the season after, it's all Chelsea news. ESPN pundits, it's all Chelsea news because it sells. And that's the fact. But now that the owners are saying, you know what, I'm going to get experience for this, my team, and let's see how they perform. Now people are saying, oh, now they're getting too old. Like we want Bruno. You know for the fact that Bruno is not going to come to that Chelsea team to bench. I'm 29 years old. Why the hell will I come to a team to bench?
Let me ask you something.
Maybe
Who's your right back?
Twice now I've heard Chelsea's why people hate Chelsea.
Hold on, Ken.
And I've heard why people hate Man City. I thought it was people that hate Arsenal.
Hold on. Let me ask you something. Who's you guys?
The only hate
hold on.
Let me just wait.
Hold on.
Let me just correct
who's
you.
your right back?
Let me correct it. No, Napo.
Don't correct yourself. It's on record.
No, I'm not correcting myself. I'm correcting you. I think the only reason why people started hating Arsenal was because of the around tactics you guys actually started. Yes. Anyways,
when did this around tactics start?
Hold on, Ken.
Let's go back to our
Who's
topic.
your right back?
We have
Who's your Reece James? Does he have an? Hold on.
Gusto.
We have
Reece James. Does he have experience?
He does.
Who's your right?
But he's not fit. He's not fit enough. He's not fit enough for him to be leading our squad, and that is fact.
Okay.
Fit enough to lead your squad.
Hold on.
I say fit enough. He's never
to lead your squad.
Who's your goalkeeper?
He's not.
Who's your goalkeeper?
Sanchez.
Does he have enough experience? Hold on. I'm just.
No.
It's
yes or
just
no.
a simple yes or no. Does he have enough experience?
Yes,
does Kopama have enough experience?
He's young. No, I won't say no. I'll say no.
Okay.
I will agree with you.
In good conscience, can you put Palmer as your captain of your team?
Why not?
I will agree with him.
No, he's not.
No, he's not.
No.
He hasn't got that level for it.
But you're saying no, he's not. But
Palmer only has 2 seasons with Chelsea.
For those 2 seasons, who carried Chelsea?
Carrying is different.
He didn't carry Chelsea last season.
That's not what I said.
Thank you.
He said he has had them 2 seasons. So he carried them only 1 season.
The season where arguably, when you talk of Chelsea, who is the first name that comes to your name?
Their major threat is Palmer.
If you talk of Chelsea, everybody goes like this, Cole Palmer. Why? Because he's been the face of you guys.
He's
your star boy, right? I'm not saying
being a star boy doesn't mean you can be a captain material. That is fact.
It doesn't. But who carries the team?
Carrying is a big word.
It's not a big word. It's very clear.
Who carries the team?
Who carries your team?
Carrying is a big word.
Hold on.
Let me make it easy for him.
Hold on.
Who carries Arsenal?
Hold on.
Who carries Arsenal?
Who carried Man City? Okay. Who was Man City's captain? It was in the order of Vincent Kompany, right? Kevin De Bruyne, and then Aguero. Does any of those names that I mentioned, did any of them carry Man City any point or in any of their positions?
Yes, they all did at one time.
Exactly. All of them. Technically, if you carry your team, right, it gives you that experience of becoming a leader, in a sense, when you think about it. Because everything is on your back. The decision is on your back, right? And I say this to say, I get the point of all these guys and the point of all these guys that you guys are signing and what you're saying about, what Chelsea's trying to do. But I feel like you guys have leaders.
I doubt that, Napo. Just because you carry a team does not make you a leader.
Doesn't mean
leadership
you're a
is a different quality of itself. Because Yamin Yamal is carrying Barcelona.
But yeah,
whether you like
but
can you make him your captain?
Yamin Yamal is a baby. We all know that.
My point.
But that's because
who is carrying Arsenal?
You see the difference between how Yamal speaks and the way Enzo Fernandez speaks, or the way Caicedo speaks. You see the difference. Yamal is a baby.
There's maturity there.
So I get that, he's carrying Chelsea, and most people might think, okay, carrying the team doesn't mean you're a leader. Arguably, you can also use that as a case point, unless the player doesn't want to be the leader.
He may not even from outside point. I don't even see Palmer as that kind of person that talks.
He doesn't.
Because if you see him on the field, he's mostly quiet. I've never seen him
interview. He doesn't watch TV. He hates going to the cinema. He's quiet. He's shy. He's not the type of person you want as your captain.
No,
That's not vocal
but
on the
see,
pitch.
That's
that's
not
the
vocal.
thing. That's why I said unless the player doesn't want to, because there's some players that you obviously know they just want to play, right? And they don't want that
So
responsibility.
like for example, right? I would have said Reece James should have been our main captain. But me, I'm having issue with Reece James right now is because what kind of captain can you be without being on the field to play the game?
Anderson is not going to be on the field to
I
play
was
for
just
sure.
about it.
But he's not our captain. He's not our captain.
But being a leader,
But being there, his
exactly,
presence.
and
his presence is there. His presence there. See, I like the question you say. Presence is there. Reece James is injured. He's not even going to be in training.
but he's going to.
But he can be in the dressing room.
Exactly.
But he can be in the dressing room.
Brother, he's
How? What is Anderson going to say in the dressing room that James will not say?
what will he say
In the dressing room that James will not say?
It's like saying if my elder is talking to me and somebody that I know that is just there, that is our captain is talking, when I say, okay, this guy don't get the experience past this thing, right?
But who's
like if Reece James, you know that Reece James captain. You know that Reece James is the captain because he's Mr. Chelsea, and that's a fact. You guys.
But do you think Henderson will also want to disrespect him, knowing that he's Mr. Chelsea?
I'm not saying no. So you see, that's the thing. I'm not saying Henderson is going to disrespect him. You guys are like pulling different angles now. I'm not saying Henderson is going to be disrespecting Reece James. What I'm trying to say is that he is going to bring a different level of calm that Chelsea players have not had in a long time. Chelsea went from having Mandem FC to having players like Madueke, Kopama, and then Jackson fighting for penalty. You get what I mean? We've had those stages. So now, imagine
Did this
those
guy mention Madueke here?
And they said,
thank God he's no longer a Chelsea
the
player.
ship goes now.
They had this clique called Mandem FC.
It is well.
My
So
days.
you get what I mean, right? Chelsea was filled with babies, and it comes with experience. Let's be honest. Playing gives you experience.
True.
But playing longer gives you a different level experience. And playing and winning trophies gives you another level of experience. That is the experience that this guy is bringing. Anderson is bringing. He has been a winner in Liverpool. He knows how to play in big games. Now, the psyche is when the coach is talking, you understand what the coach is trying to this thing. He can just come to like when players are coming back up, you're like, yo, you know that mistake that you made? Don't worry. Don't think about it too much. I've made my own mistake in the past too. The player will listen because this top player too have made this kind of mistake. I'm saying,
Which
you know
player,
what?
which player
you guys are you.
I'm just using it as an example.
But you guys are
Let's
Club
just say
World Cup.
a player made a mistake.
I was going to say, but you guys are Club World Cup champions now.
When we won it in a good fashion. It wasn't an around fashion or
Okay,
anything. We won it clearly. We beat PSG clearly.
Are you throwing shade at Arsenal?
I never throw any shade.
No.
I never throw any shade. If it's easy for you to do and break them. If it's easy for not to do and break them, break the 50 record.
This man sits here and tells me he did not win Club World Championship and he didn't play haram football. But this same club won Champions League with haram football. What's up with that guy? What's up with that guy? They were playing 1-0, 1-0 till they got to the finals.
So now, ask the question.
Fraudsters.
Did they win or not?
No, so don't say you didn't win by haram football.
Let me finish. Did they win or not?
Yeah.
They won.
They
won. And they won. You see, let me finish. Did they win or not? They won. Why you not use your Arab football win the Champions League when
you guys are better. You're
the creator and
you're the creator of the. We copied it from you.
Thank you. So no copy.
So Napo is like someone that went to an exam, right? I'm copying from you. So your paper they far away. I they peep to see what you they copy. So at the end of the day, now what did I see? I go right for my paper. So I may miss one or two keynotes
because
there.
some letters may look different since they score from afar.
Thank you. It might look like. But jokes aside, I was thinking that if you're going to be competing with the likes of Liverpool, Man City, and Arsenal, I'm agreeing with Napa. I don't think Henderson and Welbeck. You can sit here and tell me about experience and this and that and that. You guys have World Cup winner in your team. You guys have one of the best defensive midfielders in the world in your team, right?
Yeah.
You guys have one of the brightest Brazilian player in your team, right? You guys have also a proven Premier League goal scorer in your team. He comes with an experience, right? And then we're talking about Reece James, Sanchez. Okay, fine. You lost Cucurella. I don't know what your plans are. I think
Who do you guys
you
even
guys
have?
bought
Yeah,
Lacoste.
Lacroix.
Yeah,
Vato.
that's another experience right there that you're bringing in, and it's a Premier League proven, right? So if you want to compete with the likes of Man City, especially Man City and Arsenal, right? Henderson and Welbeck is not a backup. You can sit here and tell me about experience.
So I keep
Man,
getting
you
this
let go of Casero for a reason.
Casemiro.
You don't age backwards in Premier League. You can age back. You can age and get away with it in Italian Serie A or Spanish La Liga, but you can't do that in Premier League. When you're 35 and above, you start living.
Let me rebuttal.
You start living the league.
Let me rebuttal the statement that you said about what do you call it? Let me rebuttal that statement about Casemiro. Was Casemiro a starter for Man U?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Do you think, in good conscience, you think Henderson will be a starter for Chelsea? Thank you. But now let me ask you a question. If Chelsea should have, screw this stuff. They didn't get the Enzo, and we got Bruno that Arsenal wants to get. Do you think Bruno wants to be on the bench?
Not really.
I think that's the wrong.
No,
that's
answer yes or no.
The wrong question you're asking is that you guys was never going
for
Henderson. You guys went for Xhaka. Remember, I asked you about Xhaka.
That's actually who you guys went for. You guys went for Xhaka.
That's your number one target.
And also,
the question would have been, if you had gotten Xhaka, is he going to be on the bench?
And the thing is, you also have to remember, Xhaka played for Alonso in Leverkusen, and he was his main guy.
We can't talk about Xhaka because we know that the bridge has been burnt with Chelsea and Sunderland. He's not coming.
I'm saying. So now we're talking of because that's your number one target.
Yes, I don't think he's starting. I'm sorry.
In Chelsea?
I don't think so. I don't think he's starting. I don't think so. Obviously. So that means you'll be third in line between Caicedo and Enzo.
Lavia way they don't put the soccer cleats for corner hospital.
What's your formation? What's your midfield formation? What's your midfield formation again? You're playing one striker, right?
Mm-hmm. It's usually Enzo, Caicedo, Kopama.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have wingers.
Those other two are irrelevant. So
yes,
Enzo, Caicedo, Kopama. If you were going for Xhaka, he would have been a second choice to either of Enzo or
Caicedo.
So you couldn't get him, and then you went 3 classes below to get him. And
you see the first 3 names we call. He didn't say you didn't call. What's this guy? You guys striker. This Brazilian guy you guys bought. No, from
Pedro.
What's your striker now?
What's your striker?
João Pedro. You didn't call. You called.
Mm-hmm.
No, I know. I'm saying when you were calling your lineup, do you see the 3 people you called first?
No, we was talking about the midfield.
No, I said midfield.
He said midfield. That's why I just
midfield structure.
What's your midfield structure?
Yeah.
No, obviously, if there are people that are untouchable. João Pedro, Upama, Caicedo, Will. Those are my 4 untouchable in Chelsea. Yes, now.
For me, if you ask me, I think Xhaka coming to us Chelsea would have been arguably, he would have commanded a starting position.
He would have, in my own opinion, with what he played last season, he would have. But then you also have to think about it, right? There's also a reason why Chelsea probably did not push it a little bit harder, because they felt like they probably will not be able to get rid of Enzo Fernandez this season. You can't put Enzo Fernandez on your bench without causing lots of media stir. Let's be honest, it's the fact. And football is a business.
Or maybe Real Madrid was hovering around him and they wanted Xhaka to be the replacement.
Okay. And now that they found out that he's not going, he went for someone that, and let's be honest, all the players that will go, let's just say we go for a 28, 29-year-old player. There's no way those players will want to stay in the bench at their age. It's facts, because they're like, I'm at the peak of my career. I'm almost one. I don't want to stay in the bench.
Yeah.
Chelsea's not playing in Champions League. Chelsea's only playing in Chelsea's only playing in Premier League and Cups. Yeah. So in their mindset, they'll be like, you know what? There's no way I'm not going to be sitting in the bench to just play 1 game a week.
True.
So that's why they gave them 2 years contract.
Mm-hmm.
So by the end of their 1 year contract, it's either Chelsea can just cancel their contracts and let them go and bring new players, or you sell them, or you move them on. You get what I mean? Because let's be honest, we know for a fact that those guys are not starters.
Mm-hmm.
They're not even second choice. They're not third choice.
Yeah. They're just there for the
They're not.
experience.
They're just there
Mhm.
to just give balance to the team.
Mhm.
Because everyone has complained about Chelsea not having experience in the team. Let's be honest.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
we even us, we've all said it.
Mhm.
That all Chelsea are buying is like young boys. They're farming young boys. They're farming young stars and trying to sell them for profit. And now they decided to go for. Yes, I feel like they went to the far extreme, but I also think that their mentality of thinking is that they wanted to just keep these players in there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And me, all I'm thinking is like I've played football with older men in the past when I was like my 20s.
Yeah.
Honestly, sometimes like you're playing with them, all they just tell you, now, especially those Yoruba uncles, Farabale, calm down, pass that ball. Even you too, you want to rush, you're not like, nah, no, Fisi. You get all those like of words. Sometimes you'll be like, I can play better than this uncle, I can run passing. But he's seeing
Yeah.
the game that you're not seeing, and he's just giving you advice like, yo, calm down. You dribble that guy once, you can dribble him again. You get what I mean, right?
Yeah.
So it's just interesting to see that when people are saying that, oh, Chelsea are going for the extreme. I get the banter is sweet. Let's be honest. The banter is sweet. Me myself, I would laugh if I was an opponent's team. But I also have
Yeah.
to understand that these players are just coming to just show the way to these players. Like, because João Pedro pick one or two things from Welbeck.
Right.
Caicedo, Enzo Fernandez, they can pick one or two things from Henderson and say, okay, you know what? This is how cool level-headed I want to be. Sometimes it might just be on the sideline where they are warming up. That he can just give instructions to Caicedo that, yo, that guy has been using your left. Watch it. You get what I mean? Simple things that he has seen. Because all these players are getting to that age where now all they are looking is just looking at the play. They want to become coach or they want to retire or they have become analysts. You get what I mean, right? So they are reading the game more than the young players that your blood they boil. Like when I was young, blood is always boiling. Like, bruh, I can take you one-on-one. I can take you. You get what I mean? But anyways, maybe I've been talking too much. I'll let you guys talk. Because I feel like I said they over defend Chelsea. But you know what? The season will tell. This season is starting. And I think it's going to be one of our best seasons ever in Prem. It's going to be one of
Didn't we all say that?
the
Didn't
top
everybody
six
say
are going
that?
to be battle. It's not going to be an easy one where you say, okay, well, top four. Chelsea, top four. I
Timmy?
didn't say because we buy Welbeck and Wednesday.
Name your top four right now.
My top four right now should be Arsenal, Man City. Now that's where, yes.
You know why I'm laughing. He said Arsenal, Man City, and then he paused.
The remaining, everyone will have to fight for it.
You're contemplating between Liverpool, Man U, and Chelsea. Who is going to fill up the other two?
I wanted to say Liverpool, but I was like, looked at Liverpool, I was like, yo, these guys, they need to buy more. I beg, Aston Villa is not doing anything anymore, man. You will shock us.
So you said top four. Why? Bemi is saying top six. You said top four.
I'm saying top four.
So why is the other two? That two slots are remaining. Why is it difficult for you to fill up? Put Chelsea there now.
And then you guys hear me?
And then so the other last spot is between Liverpool and Man U.
Yes.
Hear me? Can you guys hear
You're
me?
not even talking about Tottenham.
As a Chelsea fan,
we don't care about Tottenham.
We don't rate Tottenham. Tottenham is not a team to us. Let's be honest. We don't rate Tottenham, no matter what. Even if they buy 5 or 20 players in this season. We don't care. They are not.
I like that mindset because that's where Arsenal fans also don't rate Chelsea. So I mean, it's,
you know what? At least our trophy.
I understand it when how you feel when it comes to Tottenham.
Our cabinet is saying different. Let's be honest. Our trophy cabinet is saying different.
I mean,
we have pedigree in Europe. You guys don't.
The only thing you have over Arsenal is your Champions League.
Not the only thing.
You cannot talk about Premier League with Arsenal. You cannot talk about Premier League with Arsenal. You cannot talk about FA Cup with Arsenal. You cannot talk about Carling Cup. You cannot talk about
local champion.
That's fine.
Local bush champion.
That is fine. But guess what? If there's any European competition out there right now, we are there. You guys are visitors. You come and go.
We will see.
But it's fine. The
season has not started yet. I'm enjoying the banter. We'll be here. You know what? We'll be on this party every week. Watching live. We'll be watching live every matches week. Too.
Yeah, I think the top
Chelsea is finishing top 4.
I think the top 6 will be a very interesting battle because Tottenham is going to be there for sure. Yeah, but they have a good coach and they are buying good structure. I mean, Tolani And don't forget, they have injury players that are coming back. I know him. Yeah, they will upgrade them.
Anyways,
if you know where we're coming from as Arsenal fans, man, we are coming from Squillaci, Nino Tavares. It's not easy. I'm telling you, it's not been easy to be an Arsenal fan. Coming from where we're coming from, Maron Shamak.
the problem I had with Chelsea is that I felt like Chelsea would have done better last season if we had Maresca to the end of the season. We would definitely would not be at 10th. But that's the problem. The problem is that you can't disrupt the team mid-season and expect them to perform.
Can you guys hear me?
Minus the owners.
Yeah,
the owners already have their blame that we blame.
But Man United sacked their manager and they went from bad to better.
So now I'll explain the situation. There are two different situations that happened between Chelsea and Man U. In Chelsea, the players were fighting for Maresca, and they didn't know that Maresca left them. They thought that Chelsea fired the manager. Man U, on the other hand, the players did not want Amorim. They were complaining. We had the issue with the Garnacho issue, the players not wanting to play certain formation. They felt like back three wasn't suited for the formation he wanted to play there. And it was gone. Carrick came in. Carrick gave them what they wanted, the football they wanted. They were happy. But with Chelsea, on the other hand, we had when Maresca left, we had Enzo Fernandez and Cucurella coming out saying stuff like, "Oh, I can't believe what happened, the sacking." Because no, Chelsea did not say. Everyone thought Chelsea sacked Maresca till the end of the season when they found out that he wasn't sacked, that he left. When Chelsea released the statement when he was going to Man City. Because I was one of the guys that were pissed that why would you sack your manager mid-season? Let him finish the season till you sack him. But then Chelsea came out with that huge report that he said they had the disagreement and he wanted to leave. And he decided to leave. And it's all because of the Man City situation. And let's be honest.
Was that the
reason?
Yes,
that is the reason.
Okay.
Because you can't tell me.
So what happened
Maresca,
between your school prefect and the team? I mean, you guys went unbeaten under him until you met the boogeyman, Arteta.
You're talking of what do you call it? Rosinia.
Yeah.
Now, if you're a Chelsea fan, you will understand that when Rosinia first started in Chelsea, he basically kept Maresca's formation. He did, and that was fact. And that's not just being like, oh, I'm trying to banter him or stuff. But then he felt like, okay, now the team is balanced and is winning. I need to now start influencing my own formation. He started changing things that were different, and the players did not like it. The players did not like it. Go check.
When
Chelsea started losing.
When did he?
When Chelsea started losing, see the formation.
He lost his first game against Arteta.
Yes.
And then after Arteta, he went unbeaten again, and then met Arteta again and lost.
Okay.
So my question now is, when did he? So you're trying to say? Yeah, he lost twice under Arteta within a space of 3 days. And in between those 3 days, he was unbeaten. So my question is, when did that policy that you're talking about, when did he start implementing his policies? See, obviously, it's clear that Arteta is better than him. So did he change his policies after meeting Arteta? Or yes, he did. Okay. Go and check. If you want to look at it, go and check the positioning of the players that he started. And things started changing. He started like, and the way he handled the media too. Because I thought your issues was not this policy. I think your issue was discipline. You guys had a lot of red cards. And it affected the team structure. Minus the red card. Maresca had red card against Arsenal, and he still almost won that game. Because of the red card. Think about it. And he still, if you look at that game, it's not the second game of the season. Chelsea played better than you guys, and that's the fact. But then this comment you made now. This comment you made now is almost insignificant because we now face a full Chelsea team with the you still lost with Maresca. Yeah, with Caicedo. Remember? Caicedo. The one that Kai scored.
No, now. Well, what I'm trying to say is the game would have gone anywhere.
The one that Kai scored?
No, the one that we had the red card that we drew.
Yeah. No, yes.
So they are trying to say, so that's the thing. This is where I look at match.
No, but you don't forget, you got that red card and started playing better. But before that red card, we were dominating you guys.
I don't know. I thought it was 50-50. You can just
No.
you can argue about it. It was.
How did you get the red card? How did you get the red card if it was 50-50? We were dominating you guys, and then we were dominating you guys until we got the red card. Check the first half stats.
This is something we'll have to be, if we want to be doing it, we'll need to be fact checking for us at the game, right?
Yeah.
As we're doing this.
I mean, it's insignificant anyway. I'm just saying because you said his policies, he started losing matches after. With me, I felt he was handicapped because of the red cards, the availability of the players, injuries. So he was making do with makeshift team. Huh?
So I'm trying to look at the game.
Don't forget, you guys went all the way to the finals of FA Cup with this man. So you can't say he started implementing his rules and started losing games. He did win games.
He won games. As a Chelsea fan, every Chelsea fan will tell you that he started changing things that were not meant to be changed. And you can't just come and just change it especially when you've not had the preseason. And that's the fact. Outsiders that didn't watch Chelsea play don't understand that that's what happened. You just like, okay, he was playing well now. He changed things.
Oh, for real?
You can tell.
Fans at that time,
you
we
can
didn't
say
really care
an
because we were
Arsenal
chasing
fan,
something bigger. We're chasing the league.
When Emery,
we're busy winning the league. Yeah.
See, you can keep winning games with what formation you are using. When Rosinia was using the formation he was using and he was winning games. But the question now happens is that when you're losing game, how do you manage the team? He lost it there. And as a player, it now comes to a trust like, okay, if we are losing game back to back, can we trust our manager to bring us out of this hole? And if we can't, everything falls apart.
Yeah,
and that is fact. You know what? We can go on about Chelsea. We'll probably just end our podcast here for today. And yeah, it's just unfortunate that Napo's mic stopped working mid.
Can you guys hear me?
Mid stuff, right?
115 charges.
All right.
Go punish all of you now.
All right. All right. The new Premier League season starts August 21st. Deadline will be September 1st, and we'll all be over both of them. And we want you to subscribe, hit the bell button so you never miss a show. Until next time. Pass it, return it, debate it, repeat it, and we are out. All right.